Welcome to our deep dive into AI.
Oh, this is going to be good.
We're exploring a recent conversation
Okay.
with 3 AI experts from Anthropic,
Right.
Dario Amodei, Amanda Askell, and Chris Olah.
I'm excited to hear this.
By the end of this,
Yeah.
you'll understand where AI is heading,
Oh,
its potential, and the challenges we face.
That's what I'm here for.
It's not just about algorithms.
Right.
It's about the impact on our lives,
Absolutely.
our work, and what it means to be human.
Yeah.
Let's start with Dario Amodei.
Okay.
He believes we're on a path to human-level AI
Wow, really?
within the next few years,
That's sooner than I would have thought.
possibly as early as 2026 or 2027.
Okay, so very soon?
He bases this on scaling laws.
What are those?
It suggests that bigger AI models and more data lead to better performance.
Oh, like the more they learn?
Exactly.
The smarter they get?
It's like Moore's law,
Interesting.
but for intelligence.
Okay.
He compares current AI models to having PhD or professional level skills
Mm.
in coding and problem solving.
That's a little scary.
It is impressive, though,
I guess so.
when you look at what they can already do.
Like what?
Write poetry, generate code, hold conversations.
Oh, wow.
It's hard not to be impressed.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But
Mhm.
Amodei doesn't just predict.
Right.
He explains why.
Okay. Makes sense.
He talks about fluid intelligence,
I'm not familiar with that.
the ability to solve new problems
Okay.
and adapt to new situations.
Interesting.
That's what makes his timeline for human-level AI so compelling.
And a little scary, like you said.
If AI can learn and adapt that quickly,
Right.
what happens next?
Yeah, good question.
What are the risks?
That's what I want to know.
Amodei calls them ASL3 and ASL4.
I haven't heard that before.
Different levels of AI capability
Okay.
and potential risk.
Makes sense.
ASL3 is where things get concerning.
Oh.
AI could enhance the capabilities of bad actors.
In what way?
Imagine cyber warfare,
Oh, gosh.
bioweapons development,
That's terrifying.
even nuclear proliferation,
This is getting serious.
all amplified to terrifying levels.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like giving bad actors a superpower.
That is a good way to put it.
And then there's ASL4.
That sounds even worse.
It describes AI systems
Mm-hmm.
operating autonomously with goals that might not align with our own,
Oh, so they're doing their own thing?
essentially.
That is scary.
Amodei even uses the term sleeper agents.
Like in the movies.
It's like something out of a sci-fi thriller,
Right.
but with real-world stakes.
This is heavy stuff.
It is,
But interesting.
definitely.
So what's next?
Well, Amanda Askell offers a more hopeful perspective.
Oh, good. I need some hope right now.
She's focused on shaping AI behavior
Oh.
through system prompts,
System prompts.
instructions that guide how AI responds,
Oh, I see.
like guidelines for the AI.
Right.
It's more nuanced than just constraints.
Okay.
Askell wants to shape AI's behavior
In what way?
to be beneficial and aligned with human values.
I like that.
It's like treating a dog.
With much higher stakes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
Askell is incredibly detail-oriented.
And I bet.
She used a system prompt
Uh-huh.
to stop Claude, Anthropic's AI model,
Okay.
from starting every response with certainly.
That's so specific.
It highlights the control we have.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Askell isn't just focused on big ethical guidelines.
Right.
She's thinking about how AI interacts with us.
That's important.
She wants AI to be a partner.
A helpful and enjoyable partner.
Exactly.
Not something to fear.
Right.
That's reassuring.
It's not just about preventing harm.
Yeah.
It's about shaping AI to be positive
I see.
and beneficial.
That's a good goal.
But how do we encourage creativity in AI
That's a good question.
while navigating controversial topics?
That's tough.
That's where Askell's work gets really interesting.
Okay, I'm listening. She found ways to get Claude to generate poetry
Really?
that deviates from the typical output.
So it's not just like...
Right, not just the basic stuff. Shows AI can be creative.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
But she's also had to address bias,
Right, of course.
making sure Claude can engage with diverse viewpoints.
Without imposing its own worldview.
Exactly.
So it's like,
It's a delicate balance.
it can think for itself,
Yeah.
but it's also respectful
Huh.
of different perspectives.
Precisely.
There's this story about Claude
Okay.
having a conversation with a flat earth believer.
Whoa, really?
Sounds like a recipe for disaster.
I would think so.
But it actually went well.
Really?
Claude didn't argue or debunk.
Huh.
It engaged in a respectful dialogue,
Wow.
exploring the implications of a flat earth.
Interesting.
even discussing the physics of such a world.
That's wild.
It's a remarkable example
Definitely.
of how we can train AI
Yeah.
to engage with unconventional viewpoints
That's impressive.
in a constructive manner.
Very cool.
It suggests AI can bridge divides.
Instead of widening them,
Exactly.
that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
So what about Olah?
He dives into mechanistic interpretability,
What's that?
or mech-interp for short.
Okay, mech-interp.
It's about understanding how AI models work internally.
So like looking inside the AI's brain?
Kind of.
That's fascinating.
It's like trying to read the mind of a machine,
Wow.
which is exciting
Yeah.
and a little daunting.
I can imagine.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
The AI's weights are like a compiled computer program, and its activations are like memory.
Interesting.
The goal is to reverse engineer that program.
So figure out what's going on inside.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
It's like deciphering a secret code.
I like that analogy.
But instead of cracking a message, they're trying to understand AI's thought processes.
Wow. That's deep.
Olah introduces some cool concepts.
Why what?
The linear representation hypothesis.
Okay, linear representation hypothesis.
It suggests AI models understand concepts
Yeah.
as directions in a high-dimensional space.
High dimensional space?
I know, it's kind of abstract.
A little bit.
Imagine a space with many dimensions.
More than the 3 we experience.
Way more.
Okay, I'm trying to picture this.
Each point represents a different concept.
Got it.
The relationships between concepts are represented by directions.
Okay.
So king might be in a certain direction
Yeah.
relative to queen.
I see. Like a map.
It's a map of how AI understands the world.
But not a flat map.
Right. Multidimensional.
That's pretty complex.
That's why it's deep learning.
I get it.
Olah also mentions the superposition hypothesis.
Okay, that sounds even more complex.
It proposes that concepts aren't represented by single neurons,
Okay.
but by combinations of them.
So it's not just one neuron firing.
It's the patterns of activation across the whole network.
Like a whole bunch of them working together.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's the collective activity that creates meaning.
It's like a symphony.
A symphony of neurons.
Exactly.
It's fascinating that we can uncover these structures.
Inside AI models.
It really is.
So what else did Olah have to say?
He suggests AI models might have larger scale structures.
Larger scale structures.
Like organs in biological systems.
Oh, that's interesting.
He calls them features.
Feature.
Each feature detects a specific concept.
So,
One for recognizing faces.
okay.
Another for understanding language.
Interesting.
It's not just a random jumble of neurons.
You organized.
It's a complex system with specialized components.
That makes sense.
Olah shares an anecdote
Oh, I love anecdotes.
about discovering a feature sensitive to devices with hidden cameras.
Hidden cameras? How is it even possible?
They were probing the AI,
Okay.
trying to understand what activated this feature.
I see.
It turned out
Yeah.
it was highly responsive to images of devices with concealed cameras.
Even if they were well hidden.
Yeah, even then.
Wow, that's creepy.
It is a bit unsettling.
Makes you think.
What other hidden capabilities might they have?
Right. Ones we don't even know about.
It highlights the power of these systems
Yeah, definitely.
and the importance of responsibility.
Absolutely. We have to be careful.
This leads to Amodei's thoughts on AI and jobs.
Oh, that's a big word.
He's pretty upfront about the potential for automation.
Meaning AI could replace jobs.
He acknowledges that.
That's a concern for a lot of people.
It could lead to economic disruption.
Right, for sure.
But he also believes AI will create new opportunities.
Opportunities we can't even imagine yet.
Exactly.
That's hopeful.
It's like the Industrial Revolution all over again.
Interesting comparison.
People were afraid of machines taking jobs,
And some did.
but it also created new industries and jobs.
Jobs that didn't exist before.
Right, it's about adapting,
Exists.
investing in education and training.
To prepare for the jobs of the future.
He sees lifelong learning becoming more important.
Because technology is always changing.
Exactly.
You have to keep learning.
It's not just about learning specific skills.
It's about being able to adapt.
Exactly. Embracing change.
Instead of fearing it.
Right on.
So it's not just about technical skills.
He believes AI will increase the value of human skills.
Like what?
Creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence.
The things robots can't do.
At least not yet.
True.
It's a good reminder.
Of what makes us human.
Even in a world of advanced AI.
We still need those skills.
Absolutely.
What else did Amodei say about opportunities?
He sees AI as a tool for democratizing entrepreneurship,
Democratizing entrepreneurship.
making it more accessible.
Oh, I see.
He talks about the creator economy,
What's that?
where individuals can use AI
Okay.
to build businesses and create content,
Interesting.
reaching global audiences.
Wow, that's powerful.
It's like the internet, but amplified,
That's a good way to put it.
empowering individuals and small businesses.
Breaking down barriers.
Exactly.
Creating a more level playing field.
And that could impact the global economy,
How so?
potentially lifting people out of poverty,
That would be amazing.
creating a more equitable distribution of wealth,
It's a powerful vision.
a future where AI empowers everyone.
Not just a select few.
Right.
But what about the challenges?
Amodei doesn't shy away from those.
Good. He needs to address those too.
He talks about the need for regulation,
Makes sense.
ethical guidelines, and robust safety measures.
To make sure it's used responsibly. It's powerful technology.
We need to be thoughtful and proactive,
Definitely.
shaping the future of AI,
But serve humanity.
not the other way around.
Exactly.
And that brings us to constitutional AI.
Constitutional AI.
It's an attempt to align AI with human values.
Oh, interesting.
Amodei believes that by embedding ethical principles
Okay.
into the structure of AI models,
So like building it in from the start.
exactly,
I like that idea.
we can create safer and more trustworthy systems.
That makes sense.
It's not just adding safety features later.
It's about making it ethical from the beginning.
It's like giving the AI a moral compass.
I see, but how does that work?
He talks about using a model constitution,
A model constitution.
a set of principles the AI is trained to follow.
Oh, okay, like rules to live by.
Things like honesty, fairness, non-maleficence,
Those are good principles.
respect for human autonomy.
Right, important stuff.
But who decides what those principles are?
It's a good question.
And what if the AI misinterprets them?
That's a possibility.
That's where the constitution part comes in.
Okay.
Amodei envisions a process of debate and deliberation
Involving experts
from various fields
to define these principles
in a way that's robust and adaptable.
so they can change as needed.
Exactly.
It's like writing a constitution for a new society.
But this society is made up of AI.
That's a pretty profound idea.
It's a bold idea, for sure.
But it could be essential.
For ensuring AI remains a force for good.
It's definitely worth exploring.
Amodei isn't naive about the challenges.
Right, he knows it's not easy.
He acknowledges it's a long-term project,
It'll take time and effort
requiring ongoing research and collaboration,
to get it right.
but he believes it's necessary
If we want AI and humanity to coexist,
to thrive together
it's a reminder that we're building the future.
with AI
Our choices today will have a huge impact.
on the world we create.
Speaking of choices, Amodei's journey in AI is fascinating.
He was at OpenAI before Anthropic.
Right, I remember that.
He's open about his reasons for leaving.
I'm curious to hear why he left.
It wasn't about personal conflicts
Yeah.
or disagreements with OpenAI.
So what was it then?
He had a strong conviction
About what?
about his own vision for AI.
His own vision.
He thought the best way to realize it
Yeah.
was to create a new organization.
Dedicated to his principles.
Exactly.
It's a bold move
It was a leap of faith
to leave something successful.
to pursue a different path.
It takes courage to do that.
He encourages others to do the same
To follow their own vision.
if they have strong convictions about AI.
He believes arguing with someone else's vision is unproductive.
It's better to find like-minded people.
And build your own vision.
He calls it a race to the top,
Oh, race to the top.
where the goal is to develop practices
Okay.
that benefit the entire AI ecosystem.
I like that.
It's not about competition or dominance
It's about collaboration.
and collective progress.
Working together for the greater good.
Exactly.
That's a refreshing perspective.
It's reflected in Anthropic's culture.
What's the culture like?
Open-mindedness, intellectual honesty,
Sounds good so far.
a commitment to safety and responsibility.
Those are important values.
He wants to create an environment
Uh-huh.
where people feel comfortable,
Yeah.
challenging assumptions,
Asking tough questions.
working together to find solutions.
It sounds like a great place to work.
A place where innovation can flourish,
Where people can take risks and push boundaries.
but with ethics and responsibility at the forefront.
It's a good balance.
Amodei is also humble. That's good to hear.
He acknowledges that Anthropic isn't perfect.
No one's perfect.
They've made mistakes along the way.
It's part of the process
But he's proud of the culture.
and the progress they've made
He's driven by a deep sense of purpose.
to make a real difference in the world.
Exactly.
So what's his advice for those interested in AI?
Start playing with the models.
Get hands-on experience.
AI isn't just about abstract concepts.
It's about building things,
Solving problems.
making a difference.
He encourages aspiring AI folks
You avoid getting bogged down in theory.
to dive right in, explore the models.
See what they can create.
It's about learning by doing.
That's how you really learn.
And he stresses being a good engineer.
Okay.
Many breakthroughs come from practical improvements.
Like what?
Infrastructure, data quality, model training techniques.
The behind-the-scenes stuff.
It's not always about the big ideas
Sometimes it's about the details.
that make those ideas a reality.
That's important to remember.
AI isn't just about brilliant minds. It's about hard work and dedication.
To bring those ideas to life.
And that's what makes this conversation with Amodei, Askell, and Olah so compelling. They're not just talking about the technical stuff. It's about what AI means for humanity,
For our future.
for who we are.
It's a lot to think about.
It really is.
AI isn't just another technology
It has the potential to change everything.
in ways we don't even fully grasp yet.
It's important to talk about these things,
To have these conversations.
to think critically about the choices we make,
Those choices will have a huge impact.
on the world we leave behind.
It can feel a bit overwhelming,
Yeah, it's a lot.
but it's also exciting.
It is.
We're in a time of incredible change.
And we have a chance to shape that change.
To steer it in a positive direction.
It starts with understanding,
Asking questions.
challenging what we think we know.
Being open to new ideas.
The future isn't set in stone.
We get to create it.
Together.
Well, we've covered a lot in this deep dive.
We have
From scaling laws to system prompts.
MechInterp, constitutional AI,
We've explored the frontiers of AI.
and what it all means for us.
The key takeaway for me
Yeah,
is that AI isn't just a technical challenge.
it's a human challenge.
It's about understanding ourselves.
Our values, our place in the world,
It's about making choices that reflect those values
choices that will shape the future.
of AI and of humanity.
Our listeners have a role to play.
And shaping that future,
It's not something that just happens.
we create it together.
So stay curious, stay engaged.
Stay informed.
The future is in our hands.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Keep exploring the world of AI.
There's so much more to discover.
This journey is just beginning. Only 8